What is up, everybody, and welcome back to McGee's Garage, the most underrated channel in all of YouTube. And today we are doing the rainbow spaghetti of a wiring harness that I have in my F100 Lincoln Town Car swap. I kind of got the engine bay sorted, I'm pretty sure. I'm just going through these labeled wires and seeing what I'm going to use and what I'm not going to use. For example, that goes to like an air suspension switch. I don't need that. This goes to a gas door opener. I don't need that. I am going to need this stuff though. So it's basically just a bunch of boring wires. Got a bunch of grounds to put on over here, and I need to figure out my shifter cable. I can't get it to work. This shifter cable, it's not working. I'm sure I got it routed wrong or something. Might need to get a jack out and look at it. So this is all driver's door. I'm gonna take a couple things off of that, and I believe this is seat controls, or it goes to the seat. Got a bunch of grounds. I have to hook up the charcoal filter, which is under this pile of scrap. What is this? I think this is the fuel pump module. Yeah, that's important. Definitely keeping that. Fuel tank main, definitely need that. Fuel level. So this part is very important here. We have all of this. I believe this looks like all the door stuff. This has got to be all door stuff. What is this? I don't know what that is. It's not labeled, which makes me assume it goes to the dash. I don't know what that is. The mirror. Yeah, so this is all door stuff. I'll probably snip that once I determine that I don't need it. I'm sure this goes up to the dash somewhere. And then there's a second one here, as well as a light, and I assume that light goes to the glove box door. So we're gonna feed that through and go ahead and connect it. It's not hard. It's not like I'm making a wiring harness for this car. It's just, yeah, there we go. And then some grounds we have to throw on here for the dash right there. Just a 8mm bolt, and then pull this ground around. Very cool. This looks like mostly trunk stuff in this bunch, so I'm gonna go ahead and send it through. When I put my back pieces in to get the cab on permanently, I'll have to feed these back, but I just want to make sure that this is feasible when it runs and everything. This goes to the rear passenger door, so we don't need that, so we're gonna go ahead and chop that right off. I gotta hook up the charcoal filter here, and it's way in there, so it's kind of a pain to get to. Be right back with that. Got the charcoal filter plugged in. Now I need to put the fuel pump main in, as well as the fuel pump module. I'm gonna have to mount the inertia switch somewhere, but that doesn't really look like a biggie. This is kind of a pain, but the easiest way to do these, the fuel tank mains and level and stuff, is to actually go underneath the car. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that. Now I have a bunch of grounds. I'm gonna put that one there. I'm just gonna see if I can get it started and running on its own power. It should. I got the cluster kind of in. I might put the seat in. I don't know. We'll get the car started first and see if the shifter cable works and stuff. I can feel it in the shifter itself. When I do this, I can feel it actuating something, but it's not shifting the car into gear, because like I can try and put it in park and I can still roll it. I don't know if it's electronically actuated. It might be, because it's a 2008. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I got a bunch of grounds to put on. Probably gonna hop on the Milwaukee grinder and just grind a few spots as I go. Get some self-tappers. Screw it. I just went in the shop and I am completely out of self-tappers, so I ordered some real quick on Amazon, and we will be back on this tomorrow, and hopefully we will hear it fire. I got my self-tappers and my grinder and a screwdriver. I'm gonna get to grinding these grounds, and hopefully I get all of them first try. I think I got my grounds on like that. Got all my inside grounds on, I believe. That's all of them, pretty sure. I got my cluster sort of hooked up, and I think it should fire up based off of this. Got this. I mean, my battery for this is probably dead. I don't know though. What is this for? Oh, headlight. I'm pretty sure that's all of them. If I did this right, it should fire. If it primes the fuel pump, as soon as I turn the key, it'll fire up. Got my inertia switch mounted here currently. I'm gonna grab this battery and throw it in there, see what happens. The old never start came with the car. That's exactly how I didn't want it to sit. And the negative terminal goes on, but let's try the positive. Okay, so it's hooked up. I believe I heard a beep. Okay, my hazards are on. All right, so when I turn this key, oh no, I got my battery light on. It might be dead. I didn't hear the fuel pump prime. The inertia switch is fine. Either that or I missed a ground. I don't know if this is the problem, but it's definitely not helping me. I found this loose ground, so I'm gonna go ahead and slap that on probably right there. Now let's see what she does. Oh, I just heard the fuel pump prime. Here we go. Okay, we might have a dead battery, but I just heard the fuel pump prime, which is a really good sign. Actually, I just realized I might have to press the brake. I'm getting the little chair. Come here, little chair. We're going for a ride, hopefully. I'm gonna try and press the dang brake pedal here. And let's see if she'll start. There she is in park. Whoa. That thing sounded absolutely hammered for a second. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now we are talking, my boy. I need to put gas in it. As you may or may not be able to see on camera, we're getting some oil on the headers there. Actually, before we go any further, I'm going to check the oil. But we're getting oil on the headers. I bought a new set of valve cover gaskets, which is what I believe is leaking. Where's the dipstick on this stupid thing? There it is. Man, it's got oil. We're not great, but we're not terrible either. It's probably due for an oil change anyway. There's some AMS oil in it. There we go. All right, well, let's take it around the yard, I guess. In my 2008 Lincoln F100. Oh man, that's crazy. Ooh, my tires are rubbing like a... Oh, the tire rub. We low. We low. Okay, we're too low. I gotta put the small tires on it. Oh, this is sick. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the sound of that. Not sure if you guys can tell, I speak very monotone, but I am very tickled and extremely excited that I can move that truck on its own power now, and it runs after everything it's been through. Oh man, look at this. This is a nice piece right here. Dragging wires, no doors, no bed. Oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about right here, boys. This is a stock front, reverse shackle rear 77 that we have, two-wheel drive. I'm gonna pull it up next to the dent side there. All right, here we go, big reveal. Holy. Yeah, that's pretty low. Dang. Look at that. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but like the door handle is below the trim line on this one. Like that's pretty dang low. All right, guys, so as you can see, it is running and driving. I got a bunch of stuff to mount in this engine bay correctly. Like my computer, for example, that needs mounted like yesterday. Probably stand to flip around this battery thing here. Gotta zip tie this up and wire in my headlights. So we're getting there, you know, we're getting closer. I got young Shelby here helping out. Say hi to my ones of fans, Shelby. Huh? Sit. Good girl. Look how good she looks. You got some hitchhikers on you, girl. But yeah, it's getting close. I'm thinking about putting my seat in so that I can... I need to put the switch in first and then hook up my seat so that I can adjust it and put it in, because currently it won't fit due to the settings. It's leaned too far back. It hits the back of the cab when I try to put it in. I already did that. I guess hook up some of this stuff in the dash and we should be pretty close to actually driving it. I'll get started on mounting my trans cooler for realsies, because this ain't roadworthy. And I could always, like, what you want? You just like being cute for the camera? Look at this dog. I can't get anything done. Yeah, so I need you, Shelby, listen to me. I need you, right, to mount this transmission cooler, preferably somewhere back up in here, because this can't stay here. You understand? Listen to me. If this trans cooler stays here, it's gonna get ripped off. Okay, it's already very low. Hopefully that's not a biggie. Shouldn't be. It's just gonna be messy. I have to throw my new valve cover gaskets on because it's oily and smoky currently, which shouldn't be the end of the world. And I guess I should get around to throwing that driver's door on. Probably tack the back of the cab here, which once again kind of just needs to happen. And then I got to get rid of these and I can start working on getting the bed sides on. There she goes. I told her to put the trans cooler on. I think she's got other plans. I also have to put gas in it because I can never buy a car that has a full tank. It's always empty. I don't know why. Let's see what our gas situation is looking like. Oh, just over a quarter tank. That is good enough for a couple test drives. What you think, Shelby? Yeah. Ooh, traction control's still off. We got Shelby in here. She's gonna go for a little ride. Shelby like to ride. Oh, that's tire. The rubbing tires are brutal. This thing is just too dang low. Jeez, this low life is killing me. What do you think, Shelby? What do you think, girl? She said you need to roll them fenders and put a good sized tire on. I agree. Now that we can move this, let's put this in the shade. Let's work on this in the shade, girl. Oh, that rub. That's insane. Okay. What do you think, girl? You enjoying yourself? Ooh, that thing sounds good, don't it? Oil change required. I agree. Come on, Shelby. Come on, girl. You can do it. I believe in you. Good girl. See, that's not a big drop, huh? I did measure the stock truck versus the dent side there, and currently we're sitting at 4.5 inches of drop just from setting it on a Crown Vic chassis. Well, Lincoln Town Car chassis, same thing. Honestly, don't know if I want it any lower. It's pretty low currently, for sure. I got some different Mustang wheels that are a different backspace. I might try those. It's just rubbing a lot, you know? Grabbing some zip ties that I got for cheap at Harbor Freight. I'm gonna zip tie some stuff up. Just do a little bit of wire management. This right here is the connection for the windshield wiper motor. Won't need that where we're going. Go ahead and snip that so we don't have a unsightly plug in our engine bay. Want to actually try and drive this thing for real next week, so the kindergarten chair is going to have to go. And then we'll pull the driver's seat out and see if it'll adjust to where I can just drop it in. All right, let's just see if this will adjust. Okay, it's kind of working. How do I get those tracks to move? Okay, let me see if I can. Is that the right way? I don't think it is. Okay, let's see if I can get that on the lugs. I got the seat in kind of all right. Now I can get in it. Kind of feels a little tight, but I'm gonna hook up my power pedals and push my pedals forward. I got my pedals pushed forward, my traction control is off. Let's just see what it feels like. Could tilt the column up a little bit. There we go. Yeah, that's doing good. Oh yeah, we're big pimping now. This thing rips. This thing's kind of quick, honestly. That's not even quarter throttle. It wants to go, man. I can hardly see anything out of the windshield. I'm actually driving through my GoPro. She low. She real low. Tire rub? Oh yeah. Big rub on the tires. All right, let's give her a little juice. Man, this thing's about as fast as a Mustang from that era. Makes sense. Probably weighs the same and has the same motor, so. Well, it did the first test drive okay. I can definitely hear some rubbing on the passenger. Not sure if that's from the tire or what, but it's either air or rubbing. But yeah, I mean, it's performing pretty well. It's definitely low as hell. Oh, definitely did one. Heck yeah. Let's see what it does from a stand. She bad. She bad. I hear, when I steer, I hear something metallic, like clanging. I don't know what it is. I'm fixing to check on that. Let's see. Ah, good car. Good car. It's that right there. That's what that is. Okay, well, first drive is done. I got my spacers to try and run my 15s because these Mustang wheels rub bad, and I got these valve cover gaskets so I can change them out, see if this thing will fire up so I can pull it up to the shop here. Ooh. Oh yeah, every time. All right, let's see what we got here. If these don't work, I'm gonna have to return them and get a 2-inch. But hopefully this clears my brakes with the 15s. It'd be cool if it did. I just bought a fender roller because this fitment is absolutely nuts. So I'm definitely gonna go with that. I mean, dang. The wheel just sits a little bit farther back than I wish it would, but whatever. I'm gonna get started on these valve cover gaskets, I guess. Somebody needs to do them. I see some connections here, and it looks like it's gonna suck getting up next to that AC box, but that's all just whatever. Whoa. Whoa. That's actually super freaking clean. What? You can definitely tell why we were leaking. This gasket is hard as woodpecker lips, and it's kind of deformed around the bolt holes. But I mean, it's pretty clean under my valve cover here. I mean, my cam's got a little bit of wear on them, just a bit. Grab that RTV. But honestly, I don't think it's a problem. So it's gonna clean her up and send it, I guess. Got to get this little bit of RTV out and then replace it. Go ahead and yank this old gasket off and put the new one on. I got my valve cover gasket off. Guess I'm gonna slap on that new gasket, but the old gasket literally came out in a bunch of pieces. It's so hard and old. So got this Velcro Performance valve cover gasket kit or whatever. I got this valve cover gasket on. Hopefully, let's see if I can snake it on without dropping this gasket off and having to reset it. I got the valve covers on. I got my valve covers on. It doesn't appear to be leaking any oil from the valve covers. There's still some heavy oil buildup on this side that needs to burn off, but I think all of our oil problems, oil leakage problems are over. I got my airbag sensors mounted, and I lost my horn. I don't know where it is, but it goes on that, and I wanted to mount that as well, but I can't find it. With that, that will end this episode of McGee's Garage. Now guys, before we end the video today and you click hopefully one of these videos or playlists up here, we do have some business to take care of. McGee's Garage has actually picked up our first sponsor, affiliation, whatever you want to call it, and that is from Alp nicotine pouches. This is actually a product that I've been using for quite some time, since way before they sponsored me. If you see me at a car show, you see me at Rod Run, you see me at SEMA, I always have a pouch in my lip. Just how it is. Helps me stay focused in the shop and helps just make the day go by a little bit easier. Now, of course, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is known to be an addictive chemical. But if you're into that kind of thing, there is a 10% off link in my description. You go click on it and it is automatically applied to your purchase, and you can get 10% off, in my opinion, the best nicotine pouches I've ever tried, and I have tried all of them. Tried Lucy, Zen, On, Velo, bunch of others that I can't remember right now. Try them. They sell them primarily online. It's about $5 a roll, but you get 10% off using the McGee's Garage discount link. So go ahead and click on that, click on one of these videos, and we will see you guys in the next video where we continue working on my F100 Lincoln Town Car swap. Thanks for watching, guys.